Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Genoa, of course. We're going for our custom achievement honest competition. All we have to do is grab the rest of India for Master of India and make sure that Genoa stays the most powerful trade node in the world. Which at 635 ducats it certainly is. Making so much money here. So much dosh getting put right into my coffers. It is great. Now, we took a little interlude fighting the Polish, well, the Commonwealth, to make sure to collect up all our land. And we paid harshly for it. It was very, very painful. The Scandinavians were rough, but they had allied. And the Commonwealth themselves was pretty rough as well. And our Muscovite ally was not really up to snuff. We're now back to war in India where we belong. We had to quickly declare war against the Bengalis just so they wouldn't join any coalitions and give any ideas about their station. That wouldn't have been right, would it? Now, they didn't bring a lot of friends, but they did bring the Hormusians, which is very annoying. Oh, but with Hormuz having Fasa here now, it should actually be a lot less annoying to deal with the Hormusians. I say now, it's totally possible that they've always had that and I've missed it for a million episodes. But the reason that it's good that they have Fasa is that I can now take some of their land even without getting military access. I didn't just say that the Commonwealth just re-rivaled me, right? They can't possibly have joined a coalition. Yeah. That's fine. That is fine and acceptable. Other people are joining that coalition for sure, so quite happy to have reacted quickly and attacked those Persians. Persians? No. Not Persians at all. The other Persians. The Bengalis. The Persia of India. Sure, let's say that that's what they are. I have no clue why I said Persia. I probably saw Persia join the coalition and just had that word in my mind. Down goes Butter, sorry. In come a bunch of heavies attacking my fleet here. I assume I won't... Oh, I will actually be able to flee. I think I will. Flee, that is. I don't know that I want to fight this. These 21 heavies. Even if they are afraid of me, that seems like a thing I don't want to do. Right, no need to do that. Hello, you. Let's meet up. Alright, get that going. People dealing with the random rebels, that's alright. You're running away. Smart decision. Now, I do wonder if these folks will stay in their coalition once we beat up the Bengalis. I wouldn't. But I just said that because I said it, but no real meaning behind it. So what is happening now is that we have a way to generate war score against the Hormusians, thanks to their fort in Fasa. Even though we can't cross the river. And that may give us the ability to piece them out at some point. They're quite happy about being in the war right now. So there's a chance that doesn't work, for sure. But I'm hoping. This is only 27k I have down here. That's maybe a bit ambitious. It's not even mercenaries. I don't know why I sent... Probably just send half a stack. I mean, clearly I just sent half a stack, but... Of course, just why would I, right? Probably because I'm either dumb or I was just overly Trigger happy the right word? Probably not. Can I catch you, Tripura? Not at all. Run! Okay, if they're going to Sonagon, which they are, I might be able to catch them there. Game says I won't, but that might not be true. Although they did arrive here faster than I thought they would. Potentially threatening my 2-stack here. And by potentially threatening, I mean totally threatening. If I gave you a leader that had maneuver, like Andrea, 10th of October, and then if I made you forced march, you would get out. Like that. Okay, you're not following, so we don't need a forced march. Good. Now we let you lock in and crunch your Chakla, even though they have jungle defensive advantage there. Unless we can do this and then this, which we can. Nice. We're looking here, 16, 17, 13. Let's not do 13. It sounds like a dumb number for this kind of situation. Where are you going? Sand away. Oh, you're catching me because I'm a dumb fool. Mistakes? I've made a few. Yeah, I won't be able to save these. Just gotta hope for good rolls and then run ASAP. Don't think there's really another way there. Because these guys are too far off to help me. And breaking the siege here doesn't seem worth it. You'd get to take out a 1-stack first. Which I suppose is nice. We do get the advantage defensively. But the lack of a general is gonna be very, very, very painful. I mean, maybe I should have just reinforced from the fort, but that seemed... I won't take down Peguna. Ooh, that morale advantage we have might do something for me here. This must be the wasteland, right? But I can't access. It's either wasteland or it's a different country. It's probably wasteland though. Let's send the big stack south. Well, I'll be damned. I guess I'm gonna let that one run its course. Yup, beat him up. Only lost 6k to kill that 10. 7k, I guess. Still, considering I got caught in a very compromising situation, I'm quite happy about this. You go try and crush that. Down goes Pegu, which I didn't give up, and I'm very happy that I didn't. Sweet. This war's over. The question is just, can we peace out Hormuz or not? It seems like the answer is going to be no, and I don't like that. But we're not meant to build a big navy built on heavy ships. And I would need a navy built on heavy ships to really compete down here, navally. So I won't be able to compete navally, that is. I also won't be able to not take attrition, because I don't pay enough attention. As it stands, or as it turns out, that's probably not going to be a stack wipe. It could have been one, but we didn't. Doesn't look like we rolled super well early on. And the battle took a bit longer than expected or desired. But that should end up being a wipe. 1st of January. Okay, I'm not going to shift consolidate as much as I wanna. Because I wanted the reinforcement tick on January 1st to be optimal. Could let these lock in. But I think what I'd rather do is something like this. And now they have nowhere to go, do they? No. A crunching soul shall be served. I think you can already leave. Get out. Prepare for some reeling in war like Bachmanis. It's a lot of dead cannons. And that's probably going to be a dead stack. Which I appreciate. Timing is going to be 27th, so I'm going to shift consolidate. And you folks also walk home. The fiendish vipers in the Commonwealth did sabotage our diplomatic. That's going to be a huge problem when we try to eat up our subjects. If our enemies just keep sabotaging, we have a very hard time completing the annexations. 14? Yeah. This list really should be sorted. That would help. And then you... And it's good that I have it. I use it way too little. I should be using it way more than I am. But sorting it would still be very useful. Alright. I don't think any of this is Bengalese land. Pretty sure I would be able to see that if it was. Get you out of there. I don't think there are any enemies around here anymore. You're just dead. 0 troops. Also 93% war score. That's pretty good. You still don't want out. Well, I'm taking attrition here, wasn't I? I guess the weather changed a bit. Didn't take attrition for the longest time there. No. Let's take control of these 3 places. And then peace out. Well, let's have a look at the peace immediately. Everything is dip free because we have imperialism, which is just crazy. What I didn't really consider declaring this war. Is that it could technically be considered island hopping if I take land here. Which again is not forbidden but discouraged. Now, one could claim, and we actually did that too, that we are expanding through a land connection. It's not like we boated over. And the whole reason between not doing island hopping is that fictionally or historically, going by boat was a risky affair in these days, and we should go by land instead if we can. And we did go by land. It's just that our land connection happens to be partially owned by our subject rather than us. I'm feeling like it's probably still in the spirit of the campaign to take land over here as long as I connect to Jaipur. Now you can argue that no, that's not the case. That this is not a direct land connection to my stuff and therefore not legal. Well, you can't even say that it's not legal because we don't have a strict restriction here. But that it would violate the soft restriction. I feel like that's not really true. I feel like this is totally fine. We have this trade corridor that we're using for our expansion. The fact that the game rules say that this is not technically a connection, that I'm coring via the sea here, doesn't seem particularly relevant to me. I think this will be fun. What do I want? I kind of want to get all the way to Satgoan, Gaon, and the Bengal Delta. Potentially Dhaka, but that seems unlikely. What would happen if we did this? It's not even a giant peace deal. I mean, sure, some people care, but when has that ever stopped us? I might be able to go over to Dhaka. I am. Actually, quite easily, too. It's a bit overextendy. So we might look into handing some land to our subjects after we take it, I'm pretty sure. Now the Janshpuri are already pretty big. So it's not completely free to give that away. That's not completely free anyway, but it's gonna be slightly annoying with the 318 development already that we have to eat up. But it's certainly possible. Is there somebody around here that has like this Orissa, but we don't own Orissa? Are these French permanent? Oh, interesting. Garjat. Jacant. Considering whether I would be able to maybe release a subject here. I haven't decided that I want to yet. It's just we can't take all this land for ourselves. So either we take fewer land or less land, fewer provinces, or we release a subject. I'm trying to find out whether there's something interesting here. I mean, Pegu is very tempting to me, but that would require taking land down here, which I probably shouldn't. This is probably not even on the Indian subcontinent anymore. It's not. So no, it's not Pegu. So the question is, do we release something like Garjat or Jharkhand? 2 cores of very little value, 1 core of very little value. Isn't there a third one here somewhere? Suppose not. Well, there's Assam over here. The reason the cores matter is that the rest of the land will have to be caught by the subject, which costs them quite a bit. I could just give the land to Jaunpur, or some of the land to Jaunpur. I suppose it's the better way to go about things. Yeah, I'm also still on 4 of 4. Well, I'm not really on 4 of 4 diplomatic relations, because it turns out I still have military access to Wallachia, which I'm not super interested in anymore. Thank you very much. So we could have another subject. That is another 10 years we have to wait before we can annex. As opposed to a shorter annexation, longer annexation timer. 6 of 1 and all that. I think I just give some land to Jaunpur. I don't really want to take Gouda, because it is their capital. But I mean, there's very little saying that we can't do a peace deal like this. And then we give 30% worth of overextension to the Jaunpuri, which could be good to check now, I suppose. Something like this, right? Give Damin, Lamnor, and down to Jaunpur, and then we're no longer overextended. Well, we're still overextended, but we're not over 100% overextended, which is where the problems lie. I think that sounds fine to me. Bisa, do let me know in the comments if you consider this evil island hopping. And if you do let me know why as well. And I will consider what to do about it in the future, how to make up for it. But for now, this, I think this will do. Do it. Done. And then I want to go here, Jampur, Grand Province, Damin, Lucknow, Jharkhand, Bishnupur, and Mayurbhanj, right? Mayurbhanj. A Mayurbhanj. I don't get to see this right now, but on the next tick we'll see whether this worked out all right. And our extension is actually down where we want it. I'm gonna counter rival people for a very loose definition of people once again, of course. Can't call these because we don't quite have the range on it just now. We could already convert it while the rest is coring. This is Haibatnagna, that place, that makes sense. Nadia, that makes sense. Okay. Let's get it done. And then you, and you, and you can check out our new area here. We have truly been blessed, I think. Reform desire. Why is this still an event? I mean, I take it. But reform desire isn't a thing anymore, right? Reformation has come and gone. It should not be a thing. You. Make me that money again in the Bengal Delta, please. It's not even on the list. There, Bengal. And then boots, more boots. That should be fine. Inquisitor's dead. That's not great. I could run Gianpiero here. I think I will. And promote them until I can't take it anymore. Take my money. Speaking of, should I be accepting a culture? I guess not. We are at 8 out of 8 cultures. We also don't have tons of anything in high amounts. So the answer really is no, I shouldn't. Send him to Rome. Yeah. Send him to church. These are 2 different stacks anyway. What kind of... Oh, good supply limit over there. That's great. Lose unrest, pay 1 million ducats. Lose admin power or just gain some unrest. Don't worry about it. You're taking the attrition there, but you wouldn't if you were there. I screwed this up. I should have sent you away and you there. Wrong army in the wrong place and the wrong time. Now what's happening up here? Are these armies somewhat useful? That's not a useful army. Who has all the cannons then? I need to make these into better armies. And I'm gonna take that phone call now. This is just 54 infantry, which is just way too many infantry troops and not enough anything else. You get in there, cannons. I guess you can have 5 of these. And it'll have to be that for now. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird numbers here. Yeah, tons of cannons. I think when we fought the previous war, Oh, and this, I mean, this is what we just detached a bunch of damaged troops and had them join up. Or meet up on my own land to reinforce, which ended up giving me a giant infantry stack. At least that's what I think happened. 36, 17. Okay. Weird cannon numbers, but the infantry numbers are actually fine over here. My manpower is down, but I mean, that's not a big surprise. After we essentially spent it all earlier already, my overextension did go to a fine place. Excellent. How do my subject think about me? It's kind of okay. Give me that trade. No, they might clip libertarians from that at some point, but if they do, I'm just going to turn that back off. Should be fine. Alright, another big chunk of India taken. Is this actually... No, it's still all India. All the way up to Manipur, across Tripura, we'll stay in India. So we need at least one more, probably one more war against Belgium. Yes, Bengal. The other Belgium. How are we looking on... not so good on military leaders anymore, I suppose. But what I meant was trade company investments and buildings. No, trade company in Bengal. Yes, please. Ooh, also. Can I do this in non-court places? I can. Well, I suppose the non-court part is kind of obvious because I have already done it in trade companies. Why not get a level 3? Sure. It's probably not worth it with the amount of money there. I think I want to go north here. Yeah, I need to steer inland. I might have been doing that wrong for a long time. I think bisaVCI even wrote about it in the comments at some point, and I may have forgotten to take care of it. I mean, not that I ever would. But if I would, I might have. I don't know if there's a count of level 3 centers of trade anywhere. It's not here in the tooltip, right? I don't think it is. Pretty big tooltip right now. Sang wants in. Sure. So we have to use these trade people again. I think they were in Hormuz and Basra. Just got unmade again and then made, which I don't like. What's my thinking? Yes. We can't really take any more land before we core what we just took. We could consider starting the process of eating these folks. Although with our current diplomatic reputation, that's a bit of a no-go. We got sabotaged, I know that. Oh, and we're overextended. Really need that to go before we can do anything else here. How long are we sabotaged for? Nobody really knows. Yeah, who knows? I'm just gonna have to check from time to time, see whether we got that rep back. I really don't care too much about trade leagues in Europe or at all, I will admit. Now, what about friends though? Because So I have that extra Diplo slot. I gave up the Commonwealth as a friend. Popeman, Britain, Mulhouse. There's a temptation. Spain. Not rival to them anymore. How powerful are they? They're saying great power. I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, sure, I could get dragged into their wars, but no friends. Enemy with nobody relevant. Yeah, I think I'll just ally you. That should help a lot with coalitions. When they attack me, for once, but mostly for when they form or when people make the decision of whether to join or leave, they will see that we're powerful and not join, that is. Let's do some quick development before putting a cut in here. As always, time has come. Modena. I don't think Modena is a place that we want to develop, is it? If it's in the wrong trade node, and it is. Where's Toulon again? Toulon is fine, right? Yeah, let's do Toulon. You might even have the edict going, because I'm a lazy fudge. And you do. What a surprise. There you go. And then do a quick pass on things before we put a cut in here. Spam some of these things, and I suppose a bunch of these things. And if I must, just keep getting that money going up. Oh, it's just money, not even trade value or anything, but those are some quite nice workshops. And I might actually be interested in building a bunch of barracks. Or what, training fields? At least in the place that already have them, like these three. There. Alright. Let's put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you have anything at all to say, then please do so in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.